You know, it might be an indication of something there, but you know, really physically, calcifications is acidosis. Yes, it's the third eye, no question. It's the Tishra Til, as they call it, the third eye, the spiritual eye. You see it interesting on the pyramid, don't you, in our dollars. Interesting, of course. So you can trace all this through the mystical fields of all different types of mystery schools and things, you know, the Tishra Til, or third eye, the God, the eye of God, if you will. But I don't know. I don't let my physical body interfere with my consciousness. If it hurts, it hurts. If it does this, it does this. Okay. But I don't let it interfere with me. And that's why you keep getting yourself outside your body, outside your mind, outside your emotions. And you don't let any part of your body interfere with who you are. That guarantees your survival way beyond this world and in a more conscious manner. The worst thing is to be unconscious. You know, and so all these souls coming in, they go through the veil of unconsciousness. Some remember, and some are starting to remember more. Well, that's good. But some of the lifetimes are pretty horrendous, and you know, sometimes better to let the past to the past and be in the now. But get those calcifications out, because that's showing, I need to write that on my question and answer thing, that's showing acidosis in the head area, and that's not good. Not just from the pineal issue question here, but the question of, honey, where did I park the car? The question of Alzheimer's, dementia, things like this. So, you know, you can use any word. Alzheimer's just happens to be a new word on the, fairly new word on the platform, but, you know, can lead to all types of problems. But in the 70s, I read he was a fruitarian and studied Arnold Ehret. I don't know who, is this Mass or something we're talking about there, Jackado? Arnold Ehret, I was a fan of Arnold Ehret, and so was Dr. Jensen. I think I showed you Jensen's card here, Arnold Ehret, back in 1928. He had a club, which we're moving into a club, and it's going to be real soon here, because this is a private club. And it's more protective, you know. It's funny you have to do things like that, but I want it to be a private club. I want the focus to be totally on the health of the body. A lot of people take a doctor-client type relationships, and I want people to understand this is a healing and a health club, and it deals with vitality and cellular regeneration and the remembering of genetics, of the memory patterns of cells and things, and it's going to be a hell of a health club. My new addictions, my berries, melons, and your videos. Thanks so much, Eric Williamson. Thanks. I'm addicted to those myself. I'm addicted to berries, melons, but I feel like I'm starving. I can't get good food where I'm at, and it's just I feel like I'm starving. I'm just craving a good watermelon. I had one in Gatlinburg, but a seedless one. Oh, I cringed, but the seedless one was 10 times sweeter than what we grow in Florida. Discouraging. I don't know how you're going to get me a watermelon from Thailand, but you need to get me one over here. How about a truckload of them? I can polish off a truckload quicker than you can snap your finger. I've been May Freaky. Hey man, I've been detoxifying for like 2 weeks with fruits and veggie drink, and my eyes were so itchy and bloodshot. Ooh, wow. Are you acidic? Obviously my lymph wasn't moving enough in my yeah, but also those red veins in your sclera there, that relates to your other parts of your body too. Those red eyes could reflect the whole body in its change and its movement. I sound like yeah, and it's really relieved the redness, and they began white again. Oh, good. You got all white again, cleaned out. Good deal. Well, you know, you guys are proving my point here. You guys are proving my point here. And you guys are just kicking butt here. Oh, look, I'm coming down here pretty good. Alabama Jeff. I was wondering if I could mix the tea with solution that I irrigate my sinuses with. Yeah, you could. You're using the neti pot and whatever, absolutely you could. You could use the Heal All tea, You could use just I don't know. You could do maybe just a little bit of pinch of cayenne pepper, maybe, or chew on horseradish root. That really does a good job for you. I had bad mucus problem in my head, see, and that's a problem if you don't get them out, man. You could get these little tumors or polyps in there, and so you're doing a good job here. Well, you quit booze, drugs, cigs, chew, and Nick, and man, you were doing down the road, weren't you, bro? You're going down that road. Well, you know what? Now you should be at a good place. You've been there, you've done it. You've partied the rock. Yeah, I can only afford the Heal All tea. That's okay. You know what? You can eat. You do the Heal All tea. I mean, teas are the best way to do it when you don't have the money, I think. And you're getting connected, man. Alabama Jeff, good man. Thumbs up, bro. Same with you, Centron. All of you guys. You're just good family. Just want to write a little line to say thanks a lot there, Angel Light. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate it, dear one. This is Andre. Let me see. I had a anesthetic eyebrow lift surgery, and they used an intravenous anesthesia. What do you recommend people? Just detoxify your body. It's all you can ever do. It's all you can. That's why it keeps coming back to this, and it'll keep coming back to this. And once you realize that it always comes back to the golden key of detoxification, then you've got it. And I'm telling you, there's nothing you can't cure. There's nothing you can't rebuild and regenerate. I mean, you might find something, but I haven't yet. That's what's so cool about it. But it is a must-do for the kids. I keep saying this, but look at the kids we've got. Serious problems. Liz, hey, kiddo. Nice blonde hair. Is that you? I think it's just the best how you get back to each and every one of us. Well, you're a sweetheart, honey, and I try to get back to every one of you. I read every one of you, so if I don't mention your name or anything, I apologize, but I do read every one of you. And I appreciate what you're saying here. I really do. But I got so many of them, I'm trying to get through them because some of them are really important. And we're so backed up right now, you're probably not going to get this. This is Tuesday, the 24th or 25th. It's 25th, and you're not going to get this probably till the weekend. That's the sad thing about where we are. We're backed up. But one guy took a week and a half off, and he's the guy that packaged us, so Chris had to go box everything up, and it's really stressing that. So change is coming. So bear with me. We'll get these up, but I do apologize for the length of time it's taken to get them up. We just don't have that quick. Again, we're going through that, hour for every 10 minutes, or actually 6 hours for every 10 minutes, or whatever it is. Road to Wellville. Yeah, I like that, honey. Road to Wellville. Dang right. Only one half of my face turns red after strenuous exercise. It's very noticeable. Well, this is an interesting comment. I know what I need to do. Move that lamp. You're right, sweetheart. But you remember we talked about the body's actually two halves coming together? We are actually two halves coming together here. Right brain, right thyroid, right adrenal, right kidney, right leg, right breast, right arm, left arm. We're two halves sharing a common ground there of a heart and a GI tract. And basically one sexual organs, generally speaking. So, but, we're two halves, and each half actually moves lymph independently and blood independently. Heart rates or blood pressures are different because the kidneys and adrenals, heart rate should be the same. But blood sugars can even be somewhat different. So, amazing. It's just amazing. I had a good friend, medical doctor, sat with me for a few months, and when he started seeing how my approach was to the body as two halves, he just said, my God, it all makes sense. So that's what you're seeing, and that particular side is your most sluggish side lymphatically. That's your side. Wow stuff, isn't it? This is Vikarma. Seems to be a very good herbal tincture. Clercia or something. Yeah, let me know, Mike in Seattle. I don't know. I love good tinctures where they're wild crafted or organic. They're a recipe that has an effect. Christopher's recipes, they're old recipes. We got to, especially in the Chinese and Indian people in India, they got some recipes out there that's pretty good. Some of these old Chinese family recipes are kick butts. So there's just some good stuff out there. And then there's some crap like bear's paws, bear's gallbladders. We don't have to eat that sort of thing. We don't have to cook snakes on a grill. We don't have, there's some bizarre stuff, I have to admit, in China that we don't need. We don't need to kill in that way, and we don't need to eat that kind of stuff. Not really Homo sapien inducive. I don't know how that got all started. And I think some people look at herbology like that, and that's not it at all. This question was about colloidal silver and ionic silver. I do not recommend isolating silver. Not at all. Look at the man that turned blue. A lot of people are getting blue fingertips and stuff. I do not recommend isolating chemistry at all. We have too many great herbs as antifungals. And healers, nothing beats golden seal and comfrey for healing. And yet, people are please don't do the silvers. That's not a way to go to health. Russell, that's not a way to go. A lot of claims made about a lot of things. But you're playing with chemistry, and I personally never recommend isolating chemistry and playing that game. Far-reaching effects, and so don't do it, in my opinion. You really want to go to the herbs. That's where you find the goodies. Lion Man. Yeah, I love you too, man. I'll tell you what, I really do. I love your consciousness. His father had his meniscus removed, knee cartilage removed after a car accident. He's 75 years old now with pain in his knee, and his doctor wants him to get a knee implant. Can he rebuild his cartilage? I addressed that yesterday. When you're that old, you got to be all raw. When you're talking about regeneration at the level that I'm referring to, and that's like bone regeneration, nerve regeneration, you're all raw, to say the least. But in nerve regeneration, you're mostly all fruit. So each level has its ability to regenerate certain tissue. But all raw, you can regenerate and make new vascular pathways. Almost anything can regenerate on a raw food diet except the nervous system. That requires a higher level, and that's your fruits, berries, and melons. I've had a lot of experience with nerve regeneration, and you see one on the video there. Then you'd be sure to get the kidneys, and I did comment on it. You can be sure to get the kidneys filtering, because if he's still in pain, that means he's not cleaning that area. He's not moving the acids out of that area, and they're still chomping on him. So there's no regeneration in that area in the first place. So that goes back to his kidneys and his inability to move lymph. So you're going to, with him, his kidneys and adrenals. He's 75 anyway. His kidneys and adrenals need to be cleaned and rebuilt. And the fact that even in an accident he didn't repair his knee shows you that he wasn't moving his lymph system well there. Double check the parathyroid. Make sure he's utilizing calcium well, and put him on a lot of greens and maybe some kelp, and you have your best chance at doing that. I must go. I use maple syrup. Maple syrup is dead. It's super cooked. You can use honey, even though Stanley Burroughs didn't recommend it. I use honey, use stevia, agave. Thanks, Jen, from Canada. Brenda, that's time for me to go. And
good. How are you?
I must cut off this video. Mutt Lang?
Oh,
okay.
darn.
I've got to go. So I'm going to
hold on, Scott.
And thank you very, very much. I'll see you soon.